Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Zenkai Awakening for Trunks and Mai, or Trunks Mai Assist, and we're going to see just how good this Zenkai is in general. I think Trunks and Mai were always a pretty good unit. They bring a lot of good support capabilities to the team. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they augment this unit, because I think they were not in a terrible position before. They were a pretty solid, kind of helpful support unit that had a niche, capability already. So interested to see in how they kind of improve this unit overall. So in terms of their ultimate skill, honestly, to be honest with you, not too much has ultimately changed. Realistically, there's not too much going on here. There's really no change in their ultimate skill, and that kind of makes sense. At least for me. So obviously the next one is special move. The special move again. Nothing too crazy that's occurring here either. No real major change, as per always. Then we have the main ability. This one also nothing too crazy. Key goes up by 30%, or by 30 now, but that's really about it. So a 10 key gain, but nothing too crazy. The special skill, this one, again, nothing too wild, but instead of plus 15% to special move damage, we now have plus 30%, which is really good. However, it only activates once now, comparatively to when it used to activate twice. In terms of their Zenkai ability, they have the element red and tag future. This covers a couple interesting units, so we will definitely take a look at those. I think overall, they have a pretty solid foundation with that capability. Nothing too crazy. Then we have their unique abilities, or their passives. In terms of Forging the Future, honestly speaking, there's not too much that's changed. They now restore ki by 20 when they enter the battlefield, which is good. And that's really about it for the main difference between Forging the Future. They also gain health by 10%, which activates twice. Deepening Ties has been adjusted slightly. Deepening Ties now applies a 30% damage reduction instead of 25%, and in terms of the time changes, there's nothing too much that's changed there either. Then they have two new abilities. They have Fighters Controlling Despair, which if they enter, if 20 timer counts have elapsed, they will gain 15% damage inflicted and plus 50% to own key recovery, and reduce the enemy's key by 20, which is good. And then in terms of Hope Binding Presence in Future, they apply the following effects to self according to the tags of battle members other than this character when the battle starts. So basically, they will have plus 20% to strike damage, plus 20% to blast damage if there's a Vegeta clan, and then if there's a hybrid Saiyan, they'll have additional damage reduction of 10%. As per always, you can obtain these Zenkai from numerous areas. The Battle Gauntlet will give you 3,000, the missions will give you 4,000. If you don't feel like doing either of those, you can summon for their Zenkai power, and if you feel like you need to get them to 7 stars, or you just want a little bit of a boost, you can buy the booster pack for 2,000 Chrono Crystals, because they're not a LF, so you can buy booster packs for them. If you do not get them during this period, you can get them at a later period by using Zenkai medals that you obtain from the Ultra Space Rising Zenkai Rush. And that's basically it. To cut a long story short, there's the Battle Gauntlet. We'll be going through that in a separate video. Obviously, as always, the main goal being to get as high as possible so you can get your hands on the Zenkai Awakening power, as well as some Chrono Crystals, which is always pretty handy. And then, of course, there are the missions as well. These missions are fairly straightforward and follow the same routine as all the other Zenkai Awakening missions that have appeared before. So you shouldn't have any real problems with this as well. In general, I just don't see there being a massive issue in terms of their Zenkai Awakening. You can also buy the booster pack if you are super interested and you don't want to, waste time or anything like that. But yeah, that's basically it. Now let's take a look at who they boost. So who they boost is pretty interesting. I think there's a couple solid options here that you might consider using. Obviously they boost themselves, but there's also the Super Saiyan Rose. There is the Fusion Zamasu, who now has his second direct Zenkai boost, which is good. And there is the red androids, the red LF androids, who I currently don't have, but still pretty interesting, I think. So there's a pretty solid kind of basis. I think there's 3 solid units here to use. The Zenkai Rose, probably the worst out of all of them. But I think, yeah, in general, yeah, pretty good stuff. I think in general we should be pretty happy overall. And yeah, I think for me their Zenkai looks good. Nothing too crazy, but I do think they are very, very, very solid. And I think in general, you know, they look like their changes have been alright. I always feel a bit weird getting such small changes to a unit. But I think in general, they look alright. I think he, or they, I should say, look like a decent upgrade via Zenkai. But that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And otherwise, let me know your thoughts on their Zenkai. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.